sister, what typically happens to those people? They're more susceptible to what things? Exactly. They're more susceptible to diseases. Heart disease, right? Kidney failure, all that different stuff that stems from your diet, you understand? And the Lord sat there and told us that we should derive ourselves, right? And keep ourselves from swine, right? From crab, shrimp, lobster, seaweed, sea moss, all that different stuff that people sit there and ingest and conjure up these damn diseases, man.
Teacher!
Right? So, go ahead, read that.
Leviticus chapter 11. Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 24.
Bring it out!
And the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Lord our God for our good always.
And that's for our good right there.
That's right.
He told us not to eat the pork, the shrimp, crab, and lobster for our own good.
That's
man.
right.
That we don't got parasites roaming all to and fro throughout our bodies, man.
Teacher!
God, and it reads that he might preserve us alive. That he might preserve us alive.
Sister, if you don't gotta die, do you want to die? If the Lord gave you pretty much, yeah, like the brother said, a way out, man. Right? If he sat there and say, look, you could choose to die or you could choose to live.
Right.
Which one are you going to choose?
Good question. Good question.
If you could live forever, would you live forever? Why not? All right, cool, right? And I don't disagree with you for that. But we're not going to be in this captivity much longer. You
That's right!
When you understand these scriptures, and these scriptures are coming to life, man. Have you realized that the Mississippi River, right, the Hudson River, right, the Euphrates River, all these different bodies of waters, they're drying up.
That's right.
There's a famine in the land right now. There's all different types of food shortages, and they're telling us that we only got a month's supply of diesel left.
Right.
All these different things are being conjured up for a reason. These scriptures are coming to pass, man.
Right.
We trust and believe in these different things. And you just found out that you're an Israelite through what? Scriptures.
That's right.
How many other things are in this Bible that are true? You got to ask yourself these different questions. So therefore, if you could live forever in peace, right, and not have to worry about a damn thing, would you choose that over death? There's a reason why I'm asking. If you could live peacefully, right, you can have riches, you can have wealth, whatever the case may be, whatever the hell you want, right? Let me get Psalms chapter 37 and verse number 3, just to make sure the sister kind of understand where I'm coming from, man. Because the Lord sat there and told us, man.
Psalm chapter 37 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart.
Delight yourself in the Lord, and he's going to give you the desires of your heart.
That's right.
Whatever the hell you want, man.
That's right.
Right? And righteousness.
That's right.
So therefore, don't you want those things right there? The desires of your heart? At a snap of a finger, you could get it. So therefore, if the Lord gives that to you over death, aren't you going to choose that? That's what we're giving to you right now. Go back to Deuteronomy 6 and 25.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God, as he hath commanded us.
For our good
always, Lord. Come on, slow.
God, so it's all for a reason, to preserve us alive.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, hey, none of us want to die up here.
That's right.
None of us are striving to die up here.
That's right.
We're trying to sit there and stay alive as long as possible.
That's
man.
right.
Till the Lord comes back. Right, sister? What's your nationality? What's your nationality?
I'm not set in stone.
You say you're not set in stone? Okay, that's a denomination. You thinking I'm saying religion.
No.
I'm saying your nationality, your ethnicity. Where do you come from?
Right.
Where do I come from?
Yeah, what's your ethnicity? Sister, where you from? What's your nationality? That's right. So sister, we're going to sit there and strive to get you to say the same thing.
No, you're not going to try. You're going to reflect where I'm at in life.
What's your nationality? What's your father? Where do you come from? Yes. What's your seed line? What's your heritage? Where do you come from? Are you black? Are you African? Negro? What? That's all I'm asking. Okay. I mean, okay. Go ahead. All right, so we're going to continue to deal with the sister. Now, go to Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
He doesn't digest his food properly.
That's right.
Right? He has many of the traits to be a clean animal, but yet he does not digest his food properly. This is talking about the pig. Right? Go ahead.
He is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall you not eat. Of their flesh shall you not eat.
The pork chops, right? The baby back ribs, right? All that we can't get into no more. You understand that? Because why? The Lord told us not to do so. And sister, don't give heed to that. Because at the end of the day, you're getting built up on a spiritual level, and Satan is trying to take that away.
Right.
Right? So what can't you eat, sister?
We don't go against. We love.
Right?
So don't do that.
God. Of their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you.
These animals are so unclean that you can't even touch their dead bodies.
That's right.
You understand? Without being unclean. You'll be defiled if you touch the dead body of a pig. That's how filthy these animals are.
That's right.
Right? Don't you know that the pig, it sits there and eats its own poop, its own feces? If you put a dead body in front of a pig, it's going to tear it up. Before there was garbage disposals and there was garbage trucks roaming the streets of the city, hey, guess what? There was pigs roaming the city.
That's right.
Eating up each and everything that was laid upon the ground. And guess what? What do? We sit there and shoot it, we kill it, we roast it over a fire, and we serve it on a plate, and we eat it. And that's how we end up with all these damn diseases, man. High cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes, type 1, type 2. You understand? These are the different things in which we end up in and consequences for disobeying the Lord's commandments. So sister, you already said you don't eat pork. Now we're going to get into something else. Do you eat seafood? You eat shrimp, crab, any of that? You said no? What type of seafood you eat? You said scallops? Okay. What else? You said flounder? Hey, flounder's cool, man. Right? Flounder, tilapia, salmon, and we get down with that, man. Right? Bluegill. Right? Bring that out.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
These shall you eat of all that are in the waters.
The Lord told us the specific things in which we can eat and things that we can't eat.
Right. Whatsoever have fins and scales.
Right? Whatever you eat that's from the waters that gotta have fins and scales. Right? That's the first and foremost principle. Right? Go ahead.
In the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat. And all that have not fins and scales, in the seas, and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
So anything that doesn't have fins and scales that are from the waters, whether you get it from the Atlantic Ocean or you get it from the damn Savannah River, whether you get it from the Mississippi River or you get it from the damn Hudson, man.
Right.
And if it don't got fins and scales, you cannot mess with it. Man.
That's right.
So therefore, shrimp, crab, lobster, seaweed, sea moss, all that different stuff that our people tend to dabble in, and you can't dabble in that. Scallops, and they don't have fins and scales. Right? So what are they doing, man? Right? What do they eat? You gotta ask yourself these different things. They're the bottom feeders and the sea creatures of the sea creatures, man. Right? They sit there and eat up all the feces of all these other fishes. The shark, right? The dolphin, the whale, whatever the case may be. And they eat that up, man. Right? And we put it right in our bodies afterwards.
Right.
How does that sound? You might as well go ahead and pick up a damn spider or a cockroach off of the ground and eat it. That's just as good as eating shrimp. So we gotta stop putting these toxic things in our body, man. First and foremost, we gotta take care of our temple. Now go to 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse number 16. Because now we talked about the dietary law, but there's other ways that you gotta take care of your temple, sister.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God? Know ye not that ye are the temple of God? And that the Spirit of God dwells in you.
Hey, the Holy Spirit rests in you, sister, whether you believe it or not, right? And hey, guess what? We're waking it up right now. Because you knew this before. You knew that you were an Israelite. That's why it clicked so easily. You understand? You knew these things aforetime, right? Because why? That Spirit is resting in you. And we're waking it up. Right, go ahead.
If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
This is how serious the Most High God takes you defiling your temple and keeping your temple clean and pure. Right? Go to 6 and verse 19.
First Corinthians.
Because there's a reason and a madness to all of that.
Right?
First Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 19.
Check it out.
What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own.
Right? This body right here that we have, and we're leasing it, man.
That's right.
We're renting this body right now.
That's right.
This is not our own. That's why the Most High, it gets so heated when we defile it, man. It's not even something that we could, create by ourselves, man.
Right?
And the Most High, you got to put a spirit in each and every living thing, man.
That's right.
When you sit there and, hey, you bring a kid forth, hey, guess what? That kid has a spirit, don't it? Who did that? You didn't do that. The Most High did that. Right? When you were brought forth onto this earth, did you just sit there and say, hey, guess what? I'm just going to exist? No, the Most High made sure that thing happened. So at the end of the day, we got to give praise, honor, and glory unto Him.
That's right.
And sister, are you struggling with trying to get off of smoking vape or anything like that? I mean, smoking cigarettes or weed or anything like that? What's your reason for smoking the vape? If you don't mind me asking, nicotine. You said ADHD. You feel like it helps you calm down? Now, what if I told you, everything is spiritual? Right? You said what? You said you can stop? All praises. Let me get Ephesians chapter 6 real quick. Right? Because everything's spiritual at the end of the day. Now, okay. And that's what's up. Yeah, it is a weak mindset. And a lot of our people carry that weak mindset. They feel like they got to sit there and use all these different things to help them cope with the problems in which we deal with. Right? Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
You know why we sit there and call things after these medical terminology in which the so-called white man created? ADHD, right? ADD, right? What's another depression, right? Anxiety. You said what else? What's another mental illness that Esau sits there and categorizes and puts upon the Israelites? Yeah, bipolarism, schizophrenia, right? All these different things, they're actually demons. They're spirits, man. Because guess what? With each and everything that you interact with, it has a spirit on it. It has a spirit resting upon it. So guess what? When you sit there and pick up that damn the weed or whatever the case may be, it puts a spirit on you, man. You get lazy, you get slothful, you kind of get hungry, you just want to pig out, right? And that thing got spirits on it, man. So how many spirits you think are being put on you just by picking up that vape? When there's nothing but negative things filled within it. Nicotine, right, which sits there and causes you to be addicted. It actually increases the rates of your instableness. Right? So now your mind is racing even more. But you feel like, it's helping you out. That's Satan playing a trick on you, man. That's a delusion. Right? That's a great lie. It's blasphemy, man. So, bring it up.
There's a book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16 and verse 12. For it was neither herb nor multiplying pasture that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. But thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things.
So you got to get into this book, sister.
That's right.
You got to get into the law. You got to get into the Bible. That's
right.
what's going to heal you at the end of the day. Why? Because once you start applying these different things to your life, and you'll naturally sit there and see your life getting better. You understand? So, sister, do you believe that you could do that? You already sat there and said it, but, we just double checking. Spinning the block again, right? So if you could do that for the Lord, I'm sure there's many other mighty things that you could do for the Lord, man. You understand? And I'm sure there's many mighty things that the Lord could do for you, that He's been waiting to do for you. You understand? It's all a matter of pleasing the Most High first, though, right? That's what we have to follow after first, right? So what's a couple of commandments that we went over? We said you couldn't eat what? Okay, what else? There was one more thing in that same book that we went through that you couldn't eat, that you could eat. You said what? Yeah? Why not? Yeah, it's the bottom fins. And it don't got fins and scales. And the Lord said anything that you get out of the waters, it gotta have fins and scales, man. Right? And what else did you just learn? You can't what? You can't defile your temple. Right? So therefore, you know, how do you think the Lord would feel, right? On a physical fold. He lets you kind of kick it in his crib, right? You kind of knock over his damn table, you kind of kick it over, right? And you kick your feet up on his couch, right? You putting cigarette butts all in his damn couch, man. You kind of take the TV, you're trying to adjust it, then it damn fall off the wall and it break, right? You kind of throw a ball in the house and then it goes through the window. Now the window's busted. How do you think the Lord gonna feel? He gonna be mad as shit. Man, what the hell are you doing in my house? So these are the different things that we gotta look at it as. This body right here is the same thing. It's physical property that the Lord has given unto us for a temporal period. So we gotta take care of this that he's given us, man. Right? Let's get one more precept for the sister real quick. Right? Let me get 1 Timothy chapter 2. Is that what it was? 2:9.
This is the book of Second Slide. This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, and verse 9.
Bring it out.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. That women adorn themselves in modest apparel. With shamefacedness and sobriety. With braided hair or gold lockets. Not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becomes women professing godliness with good works.
Right, so what do you think our foremothers used to wear aforetime? The princesses, the daughters of Zion, what do you think they wore? Yeah? But what type of garments? Because now you got a garment that, you said what now? Yeah, dresses. Right, because why? You think they was wearing damn sundresses? Why not? You said it was against the law? Yeah, Deuteronomy 22:5. Yeah, it is against the law.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, why? Because you would be sitting there, you would have caused offense to your brother, right? And you will also be disrespecting yourself and your head. You understand? Because why? You're showing off all your curves, everything that you pretty much gave unto your head, right? Now you're showing it off and making it seem as such is up for grabs, which is going the hell off, man. Right, so that's why the Lord told our women to adorn themselves in modest apparel.
That's right.
Right, let's get an account of one of our foremothers. Let me get additions to Esther chapter 15, verse number 1. No, Esther, yeah. You was there. Just go to 15. Right, where we got it. It's all good. Yeah, additions to Esther.
It's the book of Edition of Esther, chapter 15 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
This is Esther Shalaki, chapter 15 and verse 1. And upon the third day, when she had ended the prayer, she laid away her mourning garments and got and put on her glorious apparel, and being gloriously being gloriously adored, after she had called upon God, who is the beholder and savior of all things, she took 2 maids with her, and upon the one she leaned and carried herself daintily, and the other followed, bearing up her tray. Bearing up her tray. Bearing up her tray.
Right, so you got to understand what's going on here, right? You got to read in between the lines. Wait, what's the train, right? What are the maids bearing up? The ends of her skirt. You understand? Her dress, right? It says she was gloriously adorned. You understand? And the apparel what she put on, man. She put off her mourning garments, man. Right? The sackcloth and what she had on herself, and man, she cast that to the side, man. And put on her mightiest dress, man. You understand? So these are the things of which our foremothers used to wear, man. Right? We got to get back. Our sisters got to get back to that tradition on putting on modest dresses, modest skirts. You understand? And walking after the ways of the Most High. Right. And stop walking around in damn booty shorts, man, showing their damn ass cheeks, man. The bottom of their damn ass cheeks, man. hanging out their shorts, man. That's madness. No brother with a wife wants to sit there and walk around and walk out the house, right, and see ass cheeks hanging out the bottom of somebody's shorts, man. Now it's causing their mind to go crazy. That's right. They're wondering what the hell's going on. It's an unrighteous spirit dwelling all throughout the earth because of that, man.
That's right.
If we could all sit there and strive to keep these commandments and do better in the sight of the Lord, and we will all be better off.
Right.
Right? Bring us up.
The history of Susanna, chapter 1 and verse 31. Now Susanna was a very delicate woman and beauteous to behold, and these wicked men commanded to uncover her face, for she was covered, that they might be filled with her beauty.
Right? Hey, she was covered up, man. Right? You got to understand that these are how our foremothers was getting down in righteousness, man. And we got to get back to these different things. Not walking around trying to be seen by all men. Not walking around trying to sit there and impress other women and other men. Right? Trying to sit there and stun on them. That's unrighteous as hell, man. That's unfruitful. Because all it's going to cause is a whole bunch of vainglory and strife. And a whole bunch of unnecessary pride. So do you think that you can do that for the Lord? We went through a list of commandments, right? And we're breaking these different things down for a reason. It's because we love you, sister. That's right. And we want to see you come back unto the Most High, right? He's getting ready to destroy this place, right? We understand these different things. The wars that's been going on, the rumors of wars that's brewing up. That's right. We got to get ready for these different things to come. Don't you want to sit there and have the Most High on your side rather than against you? Hey, so we got to sit there and choose him, right? Before it gets to that point, where Esau is asking him, which is the white man, where the white man is literally sitting there asking him, hey, who are you going to choose? Right? And we got to sit there and choose before that point. Because if we're sitting there trying to choose in that point, and guess what? We're going to get put to death. Straight up and down. We're going to sit there and kind of be in the guillotine, thinking for a second, well, do I really want to serve the Lord? And your head's going to be rolling, man. So these are the reasons as to why we're boosting you up right now in virtue and in knowledge. Right, so what's a couple of commandments? Before I get off the scene, what's the commandments that we went through? I want to make sure you retain these different things before I step off the scene. Right. Why can't we get out of here? They don't got what? Yeah, they don't got skills. Or what else? One more thing.
There you go, sis.
Right? So, hey, can't defile your temple. Can't eat anything out of the waters that don't got fins and scales. What else? Alright, we say you can't eat the pork. You say you already don't eat pork. Right? And you got to start wearing what? Yeah, the right garments. What's the right garments? Right, right. Well, what is that specific? Okay, yeah. So typically what that is dresses, right? Skirts, flowy dresses, flowy skirts. You understand? That's not damn showing off your hips and your curves and all that different stuff. Because guess what? When you got them jeans on, they stick to you, man. When you got them tights on, they stick to you, man. And if you sit there and look at the bathroom signs, how do you differentiate the woman from the man?
Come on now.
How do you avoid walking into the man's bathroom? Looking at the sign. But what's on the sign that differentiates you to it? Exactly. The pants and the skirt. Right? So now we got to get back to these different things. The pants were originally for the men. Right? And they're in the Bible. They were called breeches. The priests had to wear them. Right? It was a part of their garment, their outfits, man. Right? Before they walked into the altar, they had to make sure they had their breeches on. They had to make sure they had the right garment on. Right? They had to wear linen breeches, man. They had to wash themselves before they went into the priest's office and did their duties. Right? So these different things, they were originally invented for men. So, sister, you got to get back to your heritage and understand who you truly are. Right? These things are vital, which means it's literally dependent on our health, man. Right? So, do you understand all those different things? What's your nationality? All right.
That's right.
Brothers got a flyer for the sister? You got a flyer already, sister?
You didn't have a flyer?
Well, see that? All praises to the Most High, man. Right, and with that, I'm passing to the next mighty speaker through the Spirit. Come here, Charlotte. Come here, Charlotte. Come here, Charlotte. Come here, Charlotte.